Scissors ASMR, and today I am going to be doing a little bit of computer programming, and again, because people seem to like it, and it's easy, and it's a ton of fun. So, obviously, I deleted the quotes there. Okay. Oh my god. I'm sure there's a better way to do that. But, there we go. Now I have it properly spelled. That's a little embarrassing, but it's okay. So I won't be using screen capture today. I might try using it some other time when I can figure out the technology. But I also figured that this way you can also see the typing part of it, which is always nice. And I can also just whisper right now, and then I won't have to do a voiceover, which could also get complicated. So I will definitely keep looking into it, but for now I'm just gonna do videos like this, filming with my iPad. But I hope you enjoy anyways. Now I thought I would add in something new. So today I'm going to be putting in methods, which are basically time savers. So here I have my public static void shape method, and I'm probably going to rename it from shape because I'm not going to make a shape in it per se. But this is what my method does. My method outprints this. So, in my main method, when I tell it, okay, now you do shape, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go look for shape. And it finds shape, and then it does whatever shape tells it to do. And the cool thing is that you can make a method within a method. Oh god, okay. Alright. Why is it not working? Doesn't like me. I'm pretty sure I am just... Come on. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. What is wrong? What's wrong with it? I have no freaking clue. Okay. We have to close the curly brace, of course. Let's see if I can do it down here. It's not working. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. Let's see. What if I want to do a space? And oh my god, do y'all know? How are you supposed to fix this again? Oh my not supposed to do this, is it? I think I did something weird. Okay, well I think I fixed it. See? It did it. Yay. Okay, I should technically now be able to rename this. Let's rename it, box. Right? And you have to change that too. Okay, so now let's make a method within a method. We're gonna get real fancy now. Okay. So, let's call it dash marks. Yeah, I know. They don't like it. Let's put something inside of dash. So what you do is you just put this inside of this, and now here's the cool part. You just call dash. No, not right. Shift. There we go. Not question mark. It's kind of difficult to type when there's an iPad sitting in the middle. But I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing. At first, at least. Actually, let's just paste it again here. You can just keep on pasting it, and then let's just keep on going. See, so here is what is going to happen. So Java's gonna, alright, I need to recompile it. Dang it still doesn't like it. Okay. Right. I see what it doesn't like. Where does it want the semicolon? That is the question. Line 20. Let's go there. No, but you don't need it. This should work. But yet it doesn't. It's an illegal start of expression. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't like the whole method within a method. I'm pretty sure I screwed something up. Therefore, we are going to put it here. And then we are going to take it out of this one. Let's see if it likes that better. Yes, it does. Okay, so maybe you shouldn't put methods within methods. just did. We'll pretend I meant to screw it up. Well, not screw it up, but make a mistake so that you won't make it. So now, it's awesome when you call. So here's what happens. You call box. Okay, the computer goes up to box. And it does whatever is in box. Well, in box, it tells you to go to dash. Okay, goes to dash. And then they print they do whatever they tell you to do in dash, which is print this. Then they go back to box and it tells you to do dash again. So you do that, and it does everything inside the box. And then, yeah, it prints box out. It does what box tells it to do, which is print all this. Well, actually, box tells it to go to dash, to do whatever is in dash 6 different times. So it does whatever is in dash 6 times. And what is in dash is to outprint this. And this saves you time, so that way you don't have to keep printing out these dashes over and over again. It saves a lot of copy and paste, because then what I could do is I could go down here and I could call on box again. And now I won't have to print out 6 lines of dashes. That's all I have to do. And then there's so many dashes, and this is good if you want to do something with it, and you can, or do different combinations, like if you know you're going to use some line of code over and over and over again to prevent yourself from having to do the same thing over and over again. You just make a method. So think of methods as like little storage containers for bits of code. And when you call on a method in the main method is where the computer goes first to do stuff. I think. I think. And then these all are just storage boxes for different stuff. So now I've started learning some of the math class things, and I've also started learning some of the input. And in order to do input, you have to import the scanner class, and you can import, I think. I can't actually remember how to do that. Okay, well, let's create a scanner object anyways. I'm not exactly 100% sure this is legal coding. It's probably very bad things. Let's call it keyboard. base, that's how you construct a scanner object, except not really. You have to do other stuff too. Okay, let's think. I know you do. Next, int. Well, first you have to prompt the user for input. So let's just try doing this. Down here. Okay. I'm gonna put it below box. Okay. Let's put this in another method. No, wait. Let's see. I know it's not static because you actually said static. I don't think it's static. Public. Whatever. Static void. Let's public static void. Let's call it user. Ugh, so many question marks. Not what I'm trying to do. Okay. Now let's paste that in, and I'm going to tell them to enter an integer. Ugh. God. Sorry, I make that noise a lot. Like, ugh. If it bugs you, I'm very sorry. Okay, so there I'm calling user, so now I'm going to make a variable. I'm going to call it int year equals next int parentheses semicolon. Okay, and now I'm gonna outprint the year is, and then you do something fancy where you concatenate the variable. How very fancy. I have this feeling that I'm doing something wrong. Int year equals next int. Yeah, I'm definitely doing something wrong. So the question is, how do I fix it? Let's try calling it return. We haven't learned about return methods. Okay. Return type required. Dang, okay, semicolon exact. Okay, I can fix. I just do public void? Can I just do that instead? It still can't find. Okay, let's call it static still. Let's make it static. So the thing is, it doesn't know. I think it doesn't know. It cannot find symbol. Now the question is, I definitely need to import something. What is this called again? It's not part of the scanner method, is it? Math. Maybe it's part of the scanner class. Import Java. No. 1 second while I figure out how you're supposed to do this. I will be back. And I will know how to do this. Okay, so I figured it out finally. And sorry, this so now what you do is you enter the current year and you press enter. And there we go. It worked. Okay, so here's what you do. First you import the scanner method, and then you go to your main method here, and you create a scanner object. And this is my scanner object. I'm pretty sure you can do stuff in different methods so that it's not all in the main method. I think there's something that you can do. But this is how I did it. And so, very happy. Okay, so anyways, you imported the scanner method, so now you can use all the scanner tools, all the little objects and things in the scanner. So to import this scanner object, you do scanner, and then you name it new scanner, and then I'm going to do system.in. So that also means that I can get rid of these systems, and it should technically still work. Right, never mind. I need to do a different import for that. I'm getting confused. Never mind. Alright, anyways. So anyways, system.in, that tells you you're gonna get your input from the user or the keyboard. And so you create a variable like int year, and then system outprint. You prompt the user for input, like right there, and then you say what the variable is going to equal, or that the variable is going to take information from the user. And then you say system.outprint the year is concatenated with the year, and that just So now let's try running it. So you enter the current year, and then it says the year is, okay, I need to change the prompt there. Right, I guess you have to, okay, well, we're done with that, but we need to redo that. Alright, let's retry this again. So here we have, hey there, it says more with the big box and all the methods. And now we have the user input. Now we have to enter our name. And my name is... No, my name is not actually Susurrus. I just thought it was a cool name because Susurrus is like the sound that like reeds make when the wind blows through them. And I thought it just sounded really pretty, like Susurrus ASMR, Susurrus ASMR. I thought it was pretty sounding. So that's why I chose my name. It's not my real name. And so it might not seem like much, like we got a bunch of this. There was all sorts of complicated stuff going on, and I was a little confused because I wasn't 100% sure how to do all this, but I figured it out, and I hope you enjoyed, and you learned something. And hopefully I will figure out how to do screen capture, and I didn't get around to showing you my fingers typing, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I'm thinking of doing some sort of store roleplay with like zippers and then like sweater fabric sounds, possibly some sort of like clothing related, possibly roleplay type video thing. If you have any like opinions on that, like what you would like to see, or maybe I'll just do a video with all the requests, because I got requests to do like one with like stocking material, and I got one for like zippers, and so I thought, well, I could put that